Hey, it's Brandon here from i3D Themes and i3D TV. What's that sticking up out of my head? Oh, let's move that. Well, should have checked the environment. What's out of my ear? Okay, there we go. This is not an episode of Between Two Palms or a peace lily and a microphone. In any case, hey, how's it going? Let's start that a little bit better here. I've got an arm out of my ear. I really should think about this beforehand, but in any case, stuff that back there. How's it going? You know, here at i3D Themes this week has been a lot of tidy up. Colin in the design labs has been working on RASA and getting that ready for production, and I've been working on Accelerator here in the code labs. So Colin is, he's been tidying up all of his end of year projects and has said, that's it, stop! I'm taking a week off, and he's going to be accepting new projects for January, I think it's January 2nd, January 3rd. He's already got, I think, 3 in the queue for then. But as I said, he's going to be taking a week off, much deserved week off. So what he's been doing with RASA is he's just been working on getting the style guide complete. If you ever use one of our templates, you'll know that in the newest generation templates, he has a style guide which walks you through, you know, say if you want to change a link color, where do you go for that? And so he's got a guide that it's a document that walks people through what it is and how you can go about changing different things in the style sheets. So he's been working on that in preparation for his UX design series that he's planning on starting any day, but it's probably going to be January before he starts. So he just sent me he actually sent me a novel this week about what he's been working on here. What he says though is a lot of technical stuff, but basically he's been working on the design of RASA, and I'll boil it down here for you. He's been making things load faster. that's the real quick start. Something about replacing the default PNG graphics with SVG, scalable vector graphics. Basically going to make things load super fast, placeholder images. And he's been super busy with all that. With Accelerator here this week in the code labs, you know, we have been taking a lot of feedback from the early adopters for Accelerator. And, you know, with an early adoption sort of program where you're getting on board early, you would expect maybe not super duper results. That's not been the case with Accelerator. We've been getting, you know, last week we were getting on average about 92%. And then over the weekend, you know, we had a really great weekend. We rested up, and what happened Monday morning, we came in and Google had changed how they do things. Thanks, Google. It turns out that how things were being figured out for some of the scores, they re-updated, and we needed to look at tighter compression for image optimization. So that took us a day or so, and voila, everything is sunshine and rainbows now. And then for the rest of the week, we've been taking a closer look at all of the critical CSS, which is critical for a great looking web page when you're deferring all of your CSS resources to the bottom of the page. And that's one of the things that Accelerator does. In any case, as we have Accelerator deployed to more and more sites, we get to learn more and more about things that need to be included in the critical CSS. You know, and when we do all of our testing beforehand, you know, we can only test so many examples, and we think, you know, we're testing this is how it's going to be, and there's never going to be another environment. That's not the case. We know that moving forward, we're going to experience more and more sites, but we're going to be, you know, there's going to be less and less that we're going to be learning because we're checking off so many more boxes. And I can now say that, let's just see here, of the sites on the top of my mind here that were, I think last week, somewhere around 92% is now at 95.8. I've got another site that's running on average, I think 98% is the average for this one site. He's pretty happy. So there we are, Accelerator, and we're just doing continual revisions and fine-tuning of all the CSS and all the different features, thinking about how we can make it even better and load all the features as they they are even smoother and updating the interface. And we're taking, of course, any suggestions anybody has. So there you go. That's what we've been working on here this week. RASA and Accelerator. And, you know, this next week it'll be a bit of a quiet week here as we're tidying up the end of the year stuff here in anticipation for January, which is traditionally crazy here. It's crazy. It seems everybody likes to refresh their websites in January, and it's a really good idea to, you know, as you know, any New Year's you know, resolution is, I need to get my website redone. And you know, if you have an old website that is maybe not mobile responsive, that maybe isn't very fast, that's, you know, maybe using some Flash, it needs a refresh. You know, this is a really great time of year to think about doing that, starting fresh at the beginning of the year. And of course, you know, we've got all our website templates that are mobile responsive. We've got Accelerator that can boost your page load speed. And of course, you know, all of our latest generation products, they don't contain Flash, but they still have engaging user experience interactions on them without having to use that old and outdated technology that, you know, we know some people still use. Anyways, thanks so much for joining me. We will see you again next week, and have yourself a great weekend. Bye-bye.